Robertson. Oh, she's a heck of a lot of fun, Jeanne Robertson.
Oh, wow. Patrick Henry, thanks for fixing that up for me. She's a heck of a lot of fun. I am Jeanne Robertson, and I'm on my back porch, but no, this is not my weekly live event, which is Saturday at noon, tomorrow, August 1st, at noon Eastern Time. This is just a pop-up to invite all of you to attend and let me explain what we're going to be doing. This will be the 19th week we've done this. I said I would do it until the COVID was over. I thought it would be 4 or 5 weeks, but we're on my porch in Burlington, North Carolina, and people write in. Sometimes they send questions they want answered during the week. We chop them all up, put them in this smiley bucket, and I draw one out and answer it. And we have a little music. We give away a lot of prizes because after I use a question, then it goes right down in here with others who have written during the week, right on Facebook. And then we put it in. If you think of a question during the show, then what you can do is just type it in right there. My assistant, Tony, will be with her computer, social distancing on the other side of the porch. And I think, Patrick, you can see your camera from there too, so we can get your questions. If you want to just lurk and not say a word, not do a thing, you are welcome to do that too. But when we pull out the questions, for example, in here, you can go around all of these. We'll have, I've got to chop up some more for tomorrow. By chop up, I mean run them off. And then, of course, go to the paper cutter, old teacher here, and pull up a question. I have pulled one up out of the ones that have come in. So this is it. And we take the liberty of giving your name if you ask a question, because when you posted it on Facebook, you gave your name. And so there you go. This is from Neoma Wisdom. What's the funniest or the worst thing that's ever happened to you on stage? Okay, Neoma. This is my 57th year to be giving speeches. The funniest things that happen at almost every theater show that I do, because that's what I'm doing a lot of now. And the worst things have been happening for all 57 years. It'd be hard to pick one, but I'll select one today. When I started speaking, I emceed local beauty pageants for 16 years, about every other weekend. I loved it because it gave me a chance to show off being funny between the talents and while they changed clothes and so forth. I was emceeing the Miss Thomasville, North Carolina pageant. They had a brand new curtain on their stage. And these curtains are not only very expensive, they're heavy. They're made out of velveteen. They're lined. Usually you think of them being red or gold, but they're heavy out there. And they were so proud of it. They had a little ceremony about it beforehand. And so the time came once and someone had finished their talent. We had just started the talent. We had already had the gown competition. And I said, and now we'll do something else, Gabe. And they were supposed to pull the curtain. And they didn't do a thing. And I said, well, trying to be funny. I said, let me say that again, but say it louder. And now we're going to do whatever was next. The curtain didn't move. I could see out of my eye on the right side that the guy was pulling on the cords and pulling and pulling. The curtain wasn't going anywhere, which meant for the rest of the show, the curtain would be open and we would just have to do it on an open stage. And that would have been not a problem, except that Jeanne decided to be even funnier. I walked over and got the end of the curtain and started walking toward the center, dragging this big, heavy curtain with me. And I pulled it off of whatever it was hooked onto, got in the center of the stage. The curtain wouldn't go back. It wouldn't go forward. And we had to finish the entire pageant with the contestants trying to dance around the curtain in the middle of the stage. Next day in the paper, they didn't put who won the pageant, or they barely did. There was a huge big picture on the front. The reason I consider that a bad, one of my worst experiences is that didn't hurt me in the least. I was funny, and I always try to be funny. But in my mind, I kept thinking, I don't want one of the girls, young women, to go home and say, I was winning that thing. If I could have done my ballet and all over the stage, and I just felt bad about it. So that's the kind of question. Usually we get questions like, how did you become a professional speaker or humorist? And my assistant gets all the questions that we have all week, and she throws out, if 5 or 6 people ask the same question, how did you meet Left Brain? That's my husband. And we'll leave 1 or 2 in there. So that's what we do. And then that question goes into down here for prizes, DVDs, my new book, all of these kind of things. So I hope you will join me tomorrow. It's fun. And as I said, you don't have to ask a question. You don't have to tell anybody that you're there. You can just watch and have a real good time. And you are invited to be on the porch via the internet tomorrow on the 1st of August at noon here in North Carolina. Dress as casual. Thanks. Keep laughing.